Hello, Internet. This is Whispering Whim. Today I have a special haul for you. I went to Sacramento to sell some of my felted creatures, right? And while we were there, we couldn't help but to stop at Diaso. And I bought more than I intended to. I spent about $42, but everything in this bag, including the bag itself, which you know I'm a sucker for reusable bags these days, were from Diaso. And if you're unfamiliar with the store, like I don't have one in my area, it's kind of like a Japanese dollar store, right? But they don't stick to $1. In fact, most things are $1.50, and the quality feels slightly better than dollar store quality. And some of the stuff is just cute and, unique in Japanese. So let's go ahead and we'll jump right in. Hanging out on top, we have a cute little waste bin with a smiley face on it. And inside of that is some felt, or rather wool, that hasn't been turned into felt yet. The little creatures that I make, the fuzzy soft felted creatures, is not a very popular American craft, although there's lots of people that do it, right? But it's very popular in Japan and Russia and a few places that are very far away. And I hope that that's good wool, because for $1.50, it's a decent amount of wool. So I may aim to go back again if it's good stuff, because finding good wool in this town is hard. Next up, we have some golden curry. It was the most expensive item that I got. I do cook curry quite often, and this brand is available in Reno, but I usually can't find the hot flavor. I can find mild and medium and super hot, but not usually hot, so I went ahead and picked that up, even though it was a little pricey. The next thing I got were these cute, adorable socks. My soon-to-be mother-in-law actually picked me up a pair just like this last time she was in Sacramento, right? And you would think that they'd be kind of useless since most of this is just mesh, but I really like them. They're airy and they're so cute that even when I wear sneakers, it kind of looks intentional, I guess would be the best word. I've been having a bit of foot pain from work, and I have to wear shoes with support in them now, and so a lot of my cute shoes I can't wear. I have to wear frumpy shoes. And having some nice socks kind of helps elevate the experience, right? Next up are some oil filters, which I was pretty excited to see, actually. I fry a good deal, and I reuse my oil, but it's really hard to strain oil with a regular coffee filter, so I'm hoping that these work a lot better. And if they don't, well, it only cost $1.50, so no real loss, right? Next up, we've got a nice little powder brush. I've been meaning to replace my makeup brushes, and this one was $2. I don't know the quality of it, so I only bought like one big brush. But again, if it's good, then maybe next time I'm in Sacramento, I'll pick up, you know, the smaller, like finessey brushes. I don't do a lot as far as makeup is concerned, but it's good to have some of the basics, right? Gotta look good once in a while. And then I did pick up some ceramics. Let's see if I can get this out of here quietly enough. There we go. And I picked up 2 bowls like this. They're meant to be rice bowls. Look how adorable it is. But now that I'm cooking kind of differently, it's nice to have sort of a little divider on the plate for some of the like saucy things. And this just seemed like the right size. And again, I was kind of a sucker for the design, so I picked it up. So this right here is the second one, which I'll not open up here to save time, but I got 2 rice bowls. Also in the ceramics section, picked up these little guys. See if I can unwrap that. Boink. And it's just a little sauce cup. You'll see these in sushi restaurants a lot for soy sauce. But you can put, of course, any number of things in there. And it was a cute little size. And right now, prior to buying these, we put our sauces in like the plastic to-go cups because I have a lot of those for the lunches, right? But they kind of knock around in the dishwasher and don't get cleaned well a lot of times. So I'm thinking that having a nice solid ceramic piece will help that issue. And altogether I got 4 of those. So 1 before, 2, 3, and this might be 4 as well. There's a lot of paper on that one. Buried in the middle somehow is my receipt. And I spent $42.31. And this part's interesting. They stamp on your receipt that you get no refunds and no exchanges, which isn't too much of a problem since I don't see myself going back there anytime soon, right? Next up is some lotion. This was also $2. I just kind of picked it up on a whim. I'm not a big lotion person, but it's good to have some around. When my sister comes to visit, she gets dry hands very easily, and she's always asking for lotion, and usually all I have is like either face cream or foot lotion. So I'll finally have some like regular lotion. So I really hope that this is good stuff, actually. I did not have the opportunity to try it in the store since it's kind of like a dollar store situation. You can't really sit there and play with the product. So let's go ahead and find out. Got a little dollop right there. Sorry if I flipped you off. The smell is nice and light. I picked up the honeysuckle scent. And it's a little more oily than I prefer, but it's not too bad. I think I could get behind that. Next up, I got some makeup remover wipes, and this one is coconut, and I'm a sucker for anything coconut, so I hope they smell well. Contains coconut water and vitamin E, gently removes makeup dirt and oil, refreshes and hydrates skin. and this is made in Korea. So kind of funny that the Japanese store also carries products made elsewhere, right? We've got a cute little strainer basket. I kind of picked this up for work because it sits all on its own, so it can kind of hang out in the sink. We've been washing a lot of fruits and vegetables, so I thought this would be super handy. But lately, after I got it, I was thinking, I probably should stop buying things for work. So I may hold on to this. I haven't decided for sure. Back to health and beauty. I got a coconut face mask. This was definitely a impulse buy, right? I don't really use face masks all that often, but it was coconut. And I knew I wouldn't be back anytime soon, right? And this is also made in Korea. So I've heard that the Koreans have a lot of beauty products. I watched a video where someone was testing out this 12-step beauty routine, and it just looked like way too much work. Next, this will be a little surprise for my guy. It's one of those mini Lego sets. And I picked it up because he's a big fidgeter. He likes to have something in his hand, right? We've got him one of those fidget cubes, and he has some magnets and stuff on his desk. But I thought this would just break up the monotony of fidget cubes. So we'll see how he feels about it. And this is a surprise that I haven't told him about yet. And then I was definitely down the baking aisle, and I was a sucker. I picked up a pastry brush and a nice little scraper. I definitely needed a pastry brush for here at the house. Putting barbecue sauce on and basting things. I needed one of these, so I'm glad I got it. And this, I didn't need as much. We have a scraper, but it's a little thin, tiny scraper. So hopefully this one will last. And if not, at least they're a cute little set, right? Also down the beauty aisle. The beauty aisle was the first one I hit, and I think I went overboard. But I picked up some nose strips. I think I might have mentioned this a long time ago, but I know on a practical level that nose strips don't really do much, but they're so satisfying to use, and they don't really hurt you, right? If you use a really heavy scrubber or something like that, you break away a lot of the skin and actually can cause an infection later on. Nose strips, typically, as long as you wash off the residue, don't really upset the biology of your face too much. Here we have one more wool pack. As you see, they're all kind of like kits for specific animals. You can't just buy a whole bunch of one color, which is kind of a bummer, but at the same time, it's cute. Maybe one of these days I'll attempt to make the little creature on the cover, although probably not. I tend to like doing my own thing, right? We're getting close to the bottom of the bag. As you can see, I kind of fit a lot in there. And next up is a little mini slicer. I know that a good quality one of these, because it's, I think you pronounce it a mandolin? Maybe that's the instrument. Anyways, in bakeries they have these nice ones that are, about yay big, and you can slice lots of different things like apples and carrots really thin. And I've always kind of wanted one, but a decent one is usually like $40. So I'm gonna take this risk on this $1.50 slicer. It probably will be pretty useless, but you never know. Maybe it'll be good. Next up, we got some seaweed snacks. People think that I'm kind of weird for eating these, but I love seaweed actually. It's kind of just a little hint of salty, and it works with my current sort of dieting because it has 0 carbs and it actually has 2 grams of protein. Can you believe it? I haven't tried this brand in particular, so I'm hoping that'll be good. But since I hadn't tried it before, I only picked up 1 pouch. We'll just see. And our very last thing is one more strainer, because apparently I'm a sucker for strainers. Again, I bought it because of work, but maybe I'll keep it. I'm not entirely sure about that. We'll see, right? And that concludes my Diaso haul. Kind of a fun little change of pace, I hope. Otherwise, I will see you guys, all you wonderful people, in my next video. Bye-bye.